All right, welcome back. Welcome back to another stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we are actually going to talk about where to sell your Tesla to get the highest value or highest dollar or the best offer. Basically, where to sell your Tesla and get the most money. I feel like I get this question a lot. So I just decided I'm just gonna make a video on it. Hopefully walk you guys through some steps on basically where to get the most for your Tesla. If you're new to the channel, my name is Dennis. Welcome to another video. My name is Dennis. I've had 3 Teslas so far, and I love talking about buying and selling Teslas or basically Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. But yeah, we're just gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about where to sell your Tesla for the most amount of money and just get the highest dollar for it. So let's roll the intro real quick. I hope all of you are having a grand time today. Today is Saturday. I haven't streamed for a little bit, but we're just going to make a quick video on this. Just basically where to sell and get the most value for your Tesla. So let's see here. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Okay, so Teslas are expensive cars, and the market is starting to correct a little bit. We're just getting back to the times where if you drive off a lot, you're going to lose 10 to 20% of the value, unfortunately, especially these higher dollar luxury cars. The days of flipping a Tesla are pretty much gone so far. So we'll go through, I've got 5 options, 2 bonus ones if you're local in California that I've worked with directly that give the most value. But the first one that most people actually talk about and go to is CarMax. So CarMax buys a lot of cars. Well, actually, even what I was planning on doing is I was going to take like a pretty standard, maybe a Model Y, and just throw it into each of these and see what the value of each of these are. But let's go ahead. So let's say for instance, we have a 2022 Tesla Model Y. Unless someone wants to put in the chat their own vehicle on what we were going to check today. But let's see. So let's see. We'll go put in. Let's see if I can even do this. Maybe I can't even do this anymore. Yeah. So I need a VIN. Ooh, okay, maybe we won't do that. Well, actually, I can get my VIN, right? So let me switch screens really quick. Let me go back to my old Tesla Model Y VIN that I used to have because I record everything like a, like a nerd. Okay, so here we go. We got it. Going back. So we're going to put in my VIN, put in my zip code for California, and let's see if this will actually get us a value. Okay, so CarMax will unfortunately not give us a value, but at the end of this video, I'm going to go over the actual values of the 2022 Tesla Model Y at the auction level, and then we'll talk about what to kind of expect from that as well. Like if the auction value says 55, should you expect 55, or should you expect higher or lower? Where does it really make sense? So the next one we'll go to, this one I just put it for, shits and giggles. I wouldn't recommend Carvana actually at all. The next choice is actually a much better one. Actually, the next 2 choices are the much better ones that I actually recommend, which the 4th one is actually the one that I absolutely recommend if you're not in California. But let's see if Carvana will actually give us value. And I think I've been seeing a lot of joke posts from this website where it's just not good value at all for here. So let's see if we can go in. We put in 2021 Tesla Model Y. Let's say it's got 5,000 miles. Oh, okay, 5,000 miles. I guess we maybe can't do that because it's too many. We'll go with the white one. Sell neither. Let's see if we can do any of this. I guess we possibly can. Oh, maybe because it has to have more miles. Oh, okay, let's see. So I put it change to 25,000 miles. Nothing with the options. No accidents. It's drivable. Nothing going on. Nothing. No exterior. No interior. See if we can just go ahead. No modifications, not smoked in, 2 keys, pretty great. And I guess I'll put in my email. Do I have to put in my email here? Let's see if they'll work. All right, so I just put in my email really quickly. No mechanical issues. I have to go back. Let's see if it'll actually give me a value for this. The 3rd and 4th option are actually much better. Okay, so Carvana, 47,350. So we already know Carvana is pretty much a low bar. We kind of just put it here just for, a good baseline or something like that. But let's keep this data, right? So 2021 Tesla Model Y, 25,000 miles. This next option is a pretty much a good one. I can't put my information here because it doesn't tell you a value right off the bat. This is probably my second choice in terms of where to get the best value for your Tesla. So this is a wholesaler. It's called GiveMeTheVin.com. They're a wholesaler, and what they do is they buy the car from you and then sell it to their dealer local network. So they're pretty accredited. Like a lot of people have sold their cars to this website and to this team. So they've done a lot of good business, and I really haven't heard any horror stories from them as well. This last one is a site that I use almost all the time to get a good baseline, or I use it all the time if I'm shopping for a vehicle too, to get a good value of what the vehicles are worth. So let's put in that same Tesla 2021 Model Y. Of course, it was a performance. So we're able to select the trim, and we'll put 25,000 miles just to match it. And let's see what the value of this one gives it for. So $49,448. So about $2,000 more than Carvana. Actually, almost $2,500. Yeah, $2,100 more than Carvana. So $49,448. So Car Buyer USA is just like Get Me the VIN. They're a wholesaler. They buy the car from you, and then they sell it to their dealer network or to whoever. So definitely a good site. This is actually the one that I recommend the most, Car Buyer USA. It takes about a week-long process for them for you to submit the inquiry, them to coordinate with you and pick up the car and or drop it off and sell it. So definitely a really good process. So if you're actually interested in selling your Tesla, I'm not sponsored by Car Buyer USA or any of these websites before. This is my recommended resource, unless you're actually in California. And we'll go to the next two sources that I actually use for California residents only. But a quick word from our sponsor. This video is actually sponsored by my Calendly link. If you have any questions on buying a Tesla, you're confused, or you want someone to give you some one-on-one advice, you can actually schedule a call with me down below in the description. It's a 15 to 30-minute call, and where you can ask me one-on-one any questions on how to get the best deal on a Tesla, how to sell a Tesla, or even how to get the best financing rate. And I actually have a financing credit union that can get 2.99 for 60 months pretty easily. I also mention it in a ton of my videos. So if you're interested in that, schedule a call with me down below. And also after you schedule the call, you'll get a link to my buying guide that has resources to all the links that I used on to how to get the best deal or how to sell or finance your Tesla at the best rate. So definitely check that out, but you don't even have to do that. If you're just watching here, hitting the like and subscribe goes a long way. That's for a fact. But yeah, so let's get into the next resource. If you're local and SoCal only, these are the two dealers that actually come up a lot that I've used. I sold my Model Y to this dealership. They were actually a used car dealer before. They used to be called MCA Auto, but now they are called Alfa Romeo. So they were actually got a deal license to sell new cars. But if you're interested in selling your used Tesla, I would hit them up, tell them exactly what you have, and just get a number from them, or even drop by in Irvine if you're close to them, so they can take a look at your vehicle and put a number on your vehicle for you. Really easy process. They cut me a check within an hour, and I was on my way to go back home. The last resource that I used, and this was actually a first time I actually sold my Tesla Model S to them, is STG Auto Group. Very similar to MCA Auto or the Alfa Romeo dealership, but this is a little bit closer if you're in like the LA metropolitan area. But same thing. I arrived with my vehicle. They just took a couple of glances at it and they gave me a check within an hour. And I also just helped my friends sell their Range Rover to this, or Land Rover to this dealership well. So super easy process. If you're interested, they do have a buying team that all their job is solely to buy vehicles from people like you or me off the street, and so they can sell them to the next customer. Because STG Auto Group is a private car dealership. That's all they do is sell used cars, because they don't sell any new cars from this dealership. But yeah, definitely some super interesting stuff. If you're interested in where to sell or where to get the most value for your Tesla, I hope this helps. These are the resources that I use personally. I've sold to each of them directly, and I will continue to sell vehicles to them as I move forward. But let's get into some questions real quick before we end this video. Let's see. Tech Unboxing, welcome back. Welcome back. I just received my VIN today. Should I put insurance on my Model 3 or wait till I schedule for delivery? So you do not need to get insurance until after you take delivery. And actually, there's some states that you don't even have to take delivery. You don't even have to put insurance on for like a couple weeks or even 30 days after you take delivery. So you could drive for a little bit, because technically check your state laws, but in California, you can drive like 2 weeks and your current insurance will still cover you for that. But the one thing, so going back to the last thing I wanted to go over is let's look at the Manheim auctions. So let's see what the values of these used Teslas are going. So we'll put in the same exact Tesla Model Y that we're shopping. It was a 2021, we had 25,000 miles. And let's see what MMR is, or the auction values in which dealers are selling to each other for the value of that same vehicle. So definitely it's getting a little low. So looks like if we were to try and find a vehicle, this vehicle ran on November 2nd with 26,000 miles, also a performance, but the value that was put on it was 52. So Carvana USA putting 49 is about a $3,000 difference between what they would buy it for and what they would sell it at the auction or even other dealers. So that's about right. Like you should expect about a $2,000 to $3,000 difference from auction values, from the auction value to what you'll actually be able to get, maybe even if you to get at private sale as well. So definitely some tools that you can use, or I guess I can use to get a value. But of course, definitely putting your vehicle on the Carvana USA, getting a value of it pretty quickly. And then if you want to sell private, of course, private arguably could always be the most, where you can get the most value for your vehicle. I would say still go to Carvana USA, put in a baseline entry, and then price your vehicle about $2,000 to $3,000 more on Cars.com, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and then wait about a week or two to see if anybody comes with you to bring cash for the deal. But I wouldn't wait any longer for that. But yeah, that's my quick tips or quick solutions on where to sell your Tesla and get the most value. Hope this video was helpful. Please hit that like if you enjoyed it, and I'm back. So I'm going to be making some content today and for probably the rest of this week. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Please hit that subscribe if you're enjoying it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.